Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Average Woman Podcast. I am Miss Nicole coming at you today with another topic that's near and dear to my heart. So, listen, I want to talk to you today about defending your honor. Defending your honor, okay? So, if you got a man and, he is known and has a good reputation in the streets for being a good person, that's a good thing. When someone has a good reputation and they built themselves up where people respect them and hold them in some kind of regard, that's a good thing. So your behavior does reflect on them when they bring you into their circumference. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a guy, he have you around his family and you don't know how to act, you bring shame to him. Everybody family got dynamics. Okay? Everybody family got dynamics. They cousins, friends, all of them. They have dynamics. It is not for us to figure out their dynamics and try to insert our feelings and opinions upon that. Because at the end of the day, we love him, not the whole family and all this other stuff. Now, if the family is able to be loved and respected, then we'll go that route. But if they're not, we're not there to please everyone. We're there to please our husband, and we're there to be a part of our husband's lives. So don't insert yourself into his family situations and think that you might not be as welcome or as as respected as you want to be. So, and that is definitely a chance, and there's nothing that he can do about it. He can't make his family love you, and you shouldn't make him choose between you and his family. Okay? It's an honorable thing to be with a man that is held in high regard, who has earned his name in the streets for being a good person. That's an honorable thing. Okay? And as I stated, it should not be taken lightly. And that is our topic today. I am not going to talk y'all ear off, but we'll be right back after this message. All right, and we are back, and thanks so much for tuning in to the Average Woman Podcast. I am that lady, Miss Nicole, coming at you today. And today we're talking about how wonderful it is to have an honorable man in your life. To have a man that believes in putting in his work, a man that treats you good. We have an obligation that when we get a guy and he's interested in us, we have a duty to see his potential and to encourage his potential. He's not going to always be right, but you have to always have his back and stay down with him. Stay down till y'all come up. You know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to do it the right way. And that's why you have to give these guys a break, man. It's so much. You can do men have a choice just like we have a choice. They could be good guys or they could be bad guys. But the ones that choose to be good guys, why would we try to turn them into bad guys? Why would we not promote them and just let them know, look, I see you trying to do your thing. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate the work that you put in. I really appreciate you just being the man that you are. Somebody that I could trust to put my pocketbook down around and you ain't stealing my shit. That means something because that's not common. A man that'll hold the door open for you, he deserves the big piece of chicken. He deserves to be respected. He deserves to be honored, and he deserves to be listened to and respected. Okay? Anybody who say different is just wrong. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a whole lot of good men out here. Just like it ain't a lot of good women. But the men that are really trying to make a difference and trying to love their community and do right by us and support us and bring us truth and understanding, they should be praised, not criticized and ridiculed and beat down and told they don't know what they're doing. Because, first of all, you've never seen strong men come together to do anything. That's why I don't understand why we act like this is This is common, you know. Men having honor is not common. Women having honor and morals, that's not common. You know, everybody's so used to doing what they want to do. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know? But when you have a man that has honor, you know, because he's respected in the streets, and you need to be a woman to stand by his side and be respected as his woman. You have to earn your respect, you know? And you do that by not compromising yourself, not getting caught up in all kind of foolishness. You definitely don't have all kind of male friends. You know, you just don't. You just don't. You become invisible. That's what you do. You become invisible. You keep your head down. The only person that need to know who you is your husband. That's how that goes. And be known for your works. Not for your outfits and your hair wraps and your fingernails and your eyelashes and your looks. Be known for your works. Be known for the goodness that you bring to the community and how good you love and treat your husband. That's how you get known and how you're praised and talked about in the gates. That's that Proverbs 31 woman. That one that means her husband so much good. Like, people can't help but say, wow, he is just on point. He has a strong foundation. He's not worried about anything. He's confident. That's because he got a good woman behind him that's holding him down, has his back, listening to what he's saying, not stressing him out, not making a mockery of his name, and not trying to figure out how she can get out the relationship and get to somebody else. That comes with time and respect. And they don't have to do anything to earn your respect. Y'all's respect should just be given because you want him around. A level of respect is just given to them because you just want them around. You want them to want you, to want to be around you, to love you. So that requires respect. If you want your man to pay you attention, start showing him some respect. Even if he don't ask, just say, yes, sir. All right, yes, sir. Not, huh? What? Sucking your teeth and rolling your neck and all that. Why do that? Why do that? The first person who should have respect for you should have respect before everybody. You should be his hardest, biggest, congratulatory fan. You know, you should be the one to boost him up and encourage him. Ain't nobody else can do that but you. And if somebody else is riding his thing that hard, you need to be concerned about that, because why she all up on him? Worrying about him when that's your job. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be mindful about that. You know, you got to make sure that your name good in the gates. But we'll be right back after these messages. Hey everybody, and welcome back. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Average Woman Podcast. I am that lady, Miss Nicole, coming at you today, sitting outside, enjoying my day. The sun is going down. So, one thing that you've got to know, that an honorable man is going to have other men who respect him. Okay? He is going to have other guys around. He's going to have friends and people who respect him. And if your moves are bad, they're going to talk trash about you, because they know and they respect their friend, the honorable man. They respect him, so they're going to talk about you. So you better make sure that your actions are lining up with what is supposed to be lining up, because they will speak against you and make him look at you in a different light. So you definitely want to make sure that you are, number one, not inserting yourself into relationships with him and his friends. Whatever relationship him and his friends got going on, that has nothing to do with you, unless he invites you to a conversation or something for that matter. But his friends are not your friends. You should not be in their face. When they come over, you shouldn't be in their company. You should always make sure that you're covered up. And, you know, don't shame your husband by being loose and you know, a harlot. Don't do that. Don't be out there looking for attention and trying to mess with guys in his circle. You don't need to worry about none of them. Especially if your man is an almost insecure type of man and a man that's not easily trusting. Please don't make that mistake. Always carry yourself with dignity and respect around his friends. Don't be looking them guys in the eye, trying to make eye contact, trying to, wear skimpy clothes around them. Keep your eyes to yourself. Don't pay them don't pay them in no attention, because it won't do you any good. It's going to make you look bad. You're going to dishonor your husband, and he may get upset with you, and he may call you out on it. And also, too, that is just that thing that we have about us where we like attention. Stop craving attention so much. Don't crave attention. Learn how to be comfortable with yourself. Learn how to not need a man's confirmation for who you are and who you need to be. Learn that it's just certain things are acceptable and certain things are not acceptable, and the things that are not acceptable are just not acceptable, and you just shouldn't do it. Plain and simple. You have to govern yourself. You have to learn how to monitor yourself and check yourself when you know you out of order. You don't have no business ear hustling, getting all in these menfolk business because you out of line. You stay with your female friends and you keep it gangster with them. I understand we as women gonna vent to one another, but we keep our venting to a certain extent too. We have to deal with our sisters, on a level where, we have to just keep it, well, this is the thing. We live by the sister code. If you're my friend and I'm your friend, whatever you tell me, I'm not going to tell on you. I'm not going to have sex with your man, and I'm not going to steal from you. So as long as you maintain those three things, we shouldn't have any problems. You understand? And that's telling. Running your mouth to my man, telling anything that I confide to you in, you ain't got no business telling him because I'm talking to you. You understand? And also, too, when your sister comes to you and she's telling you problems or whatever, have the understanding that she just going through something and need to vent. Don't have the thing, well, you should go. No, she shouldn't. She should learn to deal with what she got at her house and not run away from it. Because ain't no grass. The grass is not green on the other side. Sometimes on the other side of the fence ain't no damn grass. Sometimes it's just swampland. So, you got to learn how to roll with the punches and take the good with the bad. But you always got to bring your A game when you dealing with your husband. All that little flirting and them little ways and creating distrust in the relationship, you really don't do yourself justice when you do that. An honorable man is not going to want to deal with a woman that he can't trust. These men have a lot of stuff going on. They trying to build something with you. They trying to have something for themselves. They putting all their time, effort, and money. They bringing you to the table. The least you could do is mind your manners and be a help unto them while they step their game up instead of trying to be a hindrance. You understand? It's an honor to have a man that has honor, whose name is good in this world, and who tries to do good by people and is respected. So when you are a part of something that you recognize is greater than you, you humble yourself and you get down and you do what's right. You don't try to make it about you, because it's not about you. Sometimes you just have to be the supporting character in this story, and that's all right. And we'll be right back after these messages. All right, and we are back, and today we are talking about an honorable man, having an honorable man in our life, one that we could, learn from and gain wisdom and just love and fall in love with. You know what I'm saying? We have to fall in love with the idea of our spouses, our men. You can't wait for this $1,000 dude that's supposed to come and sweep you off your feet. Sometimes what you got is what you got. Sometimes what you got to work with is what you got to work with, and he might not be the best. He might smack when he eat and, got certain ways about him, but everybody do. That's what makes it so beautiful about about it. We come together because some kind of way, you and him are just alike. Either y'all goals are alike or y'all interests are alike, but you have things about him that y'all are just alike about, because like energies attract. It's something about you and your energy that attracted to him, and that's why y'all together. So you have every obligation to make sure that he's happy, that he feels respected and loved by you and appreciated, even when he at the ass. And most of the time they will be. I'm just gonna let you know that. So don't be surprised. Just learn how to humble your spirit and understand that tomorrow is another day, and it's nothing worth, it ain't nothing worth you messing up your house for something that's just not even really that important. Sometimes when they really piss us off, you have to give them some time. Well, you're not giving him time. Sometimes you have to separate yourself from him. I'm not saying leave the house, but you have to just be quiet and be to yourself until you can get over your feelings of whatever you're feeling. It's a lot of power in silence, and it's a lot of power in your absence. When you've been mistreated, they know the difference, especially if you're not around them, and they know why, because they mistreated you or made you feel some type of way, and you give them their space, and the real reason you give yourself space so you can get time to get your mind together and get over your feelings, because it takes sometimes, depending on how bad the hurt is, or depending on what the situation is, it takes a while to get over your feelings and learn how to cope with whatever you're going through. It's not something easy that you just pick up. You have to really have emotional intelligence about yourself to deal with an honorable man, because all men gon' push your buttons, and you gon' be fussing, and you gon' have issues. But I told you, at the end of the day, it's about how you handle the situation, because you don't have to respond to it, and you don't have to entertain it, and you don't have to let that get you out of character and change the type of person you are. An honorable man is gonna really appreciate you and respect you, because he understands that you have every option to be just as wild and as crazy and do all kind of things. But the fact is that you choose to love him and respect him and do what you do for him. Can't nobody make you love your man. Can't nobody turn your marriage into some kind of romantic love affair but you. Everything in your relationship begins and ends with you. So you have an obligation to create the life that you want. You are Mother Earth. Remember, you're Mother Earth, creator. You create your own world. So, if you want to create a beach theme house with a beach theme bathroom for you and your husband to pretend like y'all on the beach, then do that. You have the opportunity to create that world for you and your family to be happy, and you're at the center of it. Your husband is going to give you the blueprint, and it's up for you to take the blueprint and go do the work, because that's what you do. He tell you what he want, and you create that. He tell you he want a family, you gonna give him a family. What you gonna do with the family? You gonna raise the family up to love one another and be that father. You gonna raise the children to praise their father, to fear their father, to respect their father, to love their father. Never to speak ill about their father. That they should be afraid of their father because you afraid of their father. Even if you're not afraid, but you don't let the kids know that. It's a fear of respect that you have for him, And it's not, and you give him that respect, because that's what God asks us. That's what God asks us to do. It's an order to everything. The Bible says that it's God, it's the man, it's the woman, and then it's the children, in that order. So as our men leading us, we just have to go along with the flow. We can't be trying to do our own thing and get all beside ourselves. If your husband has a plan, you're obligated to get down with the plan and do what he asks you to do, because a house divided will not stand. You can't have a Muslim and a Christian living in the same house thinking that marriage is going to be successful, because it's not. It's just not. You got two different ways, two different beliefs, and opposites do not attract. You could put two magnets together and they will not cling to each other. You know, they'll like bounce off each other. So opposites do not attract. You know, like energy attract. So you have to remember that. You with your husband for a reason. He chose you for a reason because he sees something wonderful in you. And you have to allow that wonderfulness that he sees in you and all your potential to blossom and bloom and be an excellent mother, an excellent wife, and an excellent daughter to your community to the best of your ability. You know, you have to allow yourself to be loved and led by your husband. And this is how you bring honor to them. This is how you begin to become that Proverbs 31 woman. You know, a woman that's her presence is seen, but even when she's not, her presence is felt when she's not around. You know, that's a powerful thing. You know, and your husband will speak good about you, and you'll be known in the gates to be a good woman, to be an honorable woman, to be a woman that lifts her man up. You know, and that's a beautiful thing. You know. It's a wonderful thing to be loved and to be found by a man and just be able to just rest in who he is. He don't have to do nothing special, y'all. It's no perfect guy. The perfect guy for you is the guy that says, hey, I really like you. I want to see what I can do. I want to be with you. That's the perfect guy for you. The one that chooses you, that it has chosen, that if you give him a chance, he's going to be a husband to you. He's going to protect you, love you, listen to you, all of the above. That's what you want. Anything else is just wasting time and, you know, nonsense. You know, but you have to listen to what they say. It's a rules to getting these honorable men, you know. And once you get them, you got to respect them and have a certain level of class about yourself to keep them and to lift them up and improve them. Because those men, they're not going to tolerate a lot of foolishness with their women. And you don't want to be replaced, or, you know, you don't want someone else, you know, in the mix with you, you know. He may decide he wants another wife. And if he decides that he wants another wife, then, you know, that's a whole nother discussion for a whole nother time, because it is optional, and a lot of men go get other wives, have multiple baby mamas. And yes, according to the Bible, if a man lays down and have sex with a woman, that's his wife. So while you might not be married on paper, that's still your husband, and you still have an obligation to show up and show out for him. You know, be proud that you have a husband. Be proud. Call him your husband even if you're not, because if you're giving him your body, if y'all have kids, what is that? Y'all can't just break up. You done got pregnant by him. So yeah, that's your husband. If you're not worthy of the title of wife, think again. It's work sitting up here being with a guy for X many years, eating and taking care of him and loving him and being faithful to him. You gotta, I mean, that's a wife. That's a wife. Whether you want to admit it or not. Okay? That's wife duties. That's wife material. That's wifey. That's wife. You know, you done gave a man life. You done gave him life from your body. You done gave him time. You done put your time in. You ain't been messing with nobody. You been loving him. That's wife. And you'll be a fool to walk away from that and not reiterate that that's where you want to be. That's what you're trying to be. That's what the goal is. Always. When you with a man, you're not just laying up with him. He's your husband. You have to treat him like that's your husband before he's actually your husband. Because we have to show ourselves approved. We have to prove that we're worthy of that. And you don't get worthy of that just by showing up with a cute face. Because looks ain't got nothing to do with it. Because beauty fades and dumb is forever. Quote Judge Judy. So I just want to say I love you guys. And I know I'm hard sometimes, but that's because we got to get out of our foolishness. And we got to get down with our men. And so we can come up as a nation. You know, once us women get in order, we will be able to love our men better. We'll be able to love our men better, promote our men, and give our men that boost of confidence and stability that they need to take over the spot. You know what I'm saying? Take it over. And that's a beautiful thing, you know. We deserve We deserve good things as people. But we have to do it. You only get good things when you play by the rules and be in order. And with that, I say shalom.